Hello, hello. We are going live. We're going live. We're going live. Bonjour. Comment ça va? How's everybody doing? Bonjour, bonjour. I'm like half ready when I always click the live button. My hair is extra curly. I was putting in some ultra conditioner this morning and it's ultra. How's everybody doing? What a great weekend, hey? We're back in the fall. This is fall equinox. Fall equinox, welcome. Welcome to fall. How's everybody doing? I can't wait to get out and do some traveling this year and meet you all in person and have I've done quite a few live events, not quite a few. I'm not like massively on the live event touring thing, but I have done a few live events where I've created my own first contact event. I did a couple of first contact events, one at a university, and then I did one in Sedona. It was probably my best event ever. I really loved that event. We had a lot of really great fun. We went watching light ships after the two-day event. It was really fun. We have pictures of it. I sometimes post it on my, it's posted a lot on my Facebook, but my Facebook got hacked, so I don't use Facebook anymore, and I don't use Twitter anymore. I only use YouTube. Picture of Elon Musk's factory with all the fumes spewing out, and I haven't been able to contact my account yet. I think they put me on hold. All I did was post his, posted his factory, and then I wasn't able to get back in my Twitter account. So today we're going to talk about some really cool things. We're going to go really out there. We're going to talk about what really is Source Essence, because I've had it in my history since I've been in Awakening, and I guess I'm trying to learn to be more, because I've shifted so many different timelines and I've shifted different people that are in front of me. And so but Spirit wants me to be more available to answer questions that are, that people would ask. I've always assumed that because this is just how we are as human beings that experience so much, and we have so many different things that are going on within us, like the emotional body and things like that, and the psychic body. When some of us are born and raised here, we're dropped here, if you will. I always felt that I was dropped in this egg, and I was just dropped in whatever family I was dropped in, and then my celestial family took off, and I was kind of here to master it on my own, which is kind of what happened. That's how it feels, anyways, because there wasn't anybody that was really, able to teach and guide me in any of my special gifts that I had. So it was really just a process of being ostracized, and then later in life getting awakened to who I truly was and why I was having the experiences I was having, and then really going within and meditating to start to discern and excavate all of those pieces and those chunks that don't really make sense. Hello, good morning and welcome. All of those little things that don't make sense when you're going through awakening, you have the synchronicities and the dreams, all of those are ways for the subconscious to come up and be healed. And so our higher self and our teams are doing the best that it can to kind of present a very beautiful, story of navigation for you, to start going within and facing these darker shadows, or start facing these beliefs, or start facing, some of the traumas that we've all been through. But because we're living such a disconnected, outer experience in our environments, and we're not taught to go and heal. Healing is not something that is talked about in our social collective. It's not talked about that we have commandmentship of it. It's not the light wisdoms that we have are not talked about. So people don't really know where to go or what to do to be an advanced human. When I began my channeling just these last couple of years, we were talking about all of the mind control and the mind scraping, the various programs that were in the collective that I was responsible for pulling up, and I was responsible for, with Anubis, that we pull up all the dead stuff and we start culling it out for it to be broken up in dark matter, so that we can start navigating and start harmonizing and transmuting it. So it's kind of what we do. So Anubis and I would go to all these different realms. We pierce in the Christed light. All of those energies of that dark matter sludge stuff, like the underground, all that stuff comes up to be faced, and then we start transmuting it with new light. then the collective can have its time to process it. The collective has to look at the underbelly of what's coming up in the collective, what's coming up in church and state, and then the various things that you're pulled in as your ascension pathwork, as you're doing your ascension pathwork, things are going to come up that you're meant to, just face, and you're meant to deal with it. And then do your 3 A's, which is the 4th A, alchemy, and then do the other 3 E's, and then just continuing on your path of ascension. Thank you for tuning in from wherever you are around the world. Hello, everybody. And so we're going to talk about DNA today. I do have some pictures. We're going to talk about the codons and the essence of source, and why. I'm just giving you a bit of a preamble on how I've gone through the process of ascension, how some of us are born with more sensitive qualities, how some of us are born with soul's blueprint that I talk about extensively on my channel. I talk about the soul's blueprint as to, why you are here, as the child, and who you come with, and the various galaxies and the star systems that you come from, so that you can anchor down and create a new garden for yourself. So it's very important that we understand that each human has a soul's blueprint, and each within our soul's blueprint carries the instruction set. These codons are instruction sets to the divine soul's blueprint that we're meant to unfold and we're meant to live with and start living as. These instruction sets are very unique to you. It's based on, the length of time you've been here. Where else have you been? It's based on, how much of your chakra systems are aligned, and where are the damages in your chakra systems, and the fields, where are the rips and tears in your fields, especially if you're doing a lot of dark occultism, and you're doing a lot of in the dark energy fields. These fields are really warped. These fields don't look like this. If you're doing dark practices and you're doing a lot of conjuring and root work, your auras would not look like this. They would have little lightning strikes through them. They would be ripped and torn, and that's how entities and darker energies can get in there. And so if you're doing darker work, not lit up, and they're like little discs, and if they're not taken care of, and if you're not clearing and cleansing them, then they do get blocked. So I do have some pictures that I wanted to share with you today, and then we're going to talk about them so that you can understand the essence of source. Because when you pay attention to, the pillar of light that comes all the way, it is connected to the heavens. You have a pillar of light that runs all the way along your back, and then your earth star chakra that is just beneath your feet. And when you work with all of these chakras, this 8 foot to 20 toroidal, and then you start to work with it with the essence of their Metatronic light, because everything in our omnipresent is quantum codes, it's quantum light, it is the omnipresent light, and you start working with that omnipresent energy. Now we want to be very clear, because there are those cults and covens that use that energy, but they take it from Gaia and they don't give it back, and they don't care about balance. Again, everything that you do in energy work must be done from balance. So this is why we do our invocations, we do our incantations, we clear our fields, we get balanced, we get centered, we clear and cleanse our field, we clear and cleanse the chakras with white crystalline light, or whatever colors you want to work with at the time, because it might be your chakras might be a bit low, so you might want to be working with the violet flame, and you might want to be working with the electric blue light of Michael. So it matters, you can do any of these colors and any of these lights at any time you want. And just make sure that you're clearing and cleansing your chakras, a couple of times a day, at the beginning and at the end. And then clearing your fields as often as possible. Clearing those multidimensional fields, that do take on a lot of energy, especially group think. If you're low vibrational group think, everything within your fields are not going to be pristine and clear. They're not going to be. And it's up to you to maintain it, because that's your responsibility. Your responsibility is to maintain your fields. Your fields are directly related to how you sense energy, what's in your field to sense energy. And we are essentially, quantum beings, and we feel energy. Some of us come with a more active field. Some of us come with more active energies, and we feel things that are next to us. We feel things that are beside us. The DNA sends out instruction sets to the rest of the body, as you can see those little codes there. So what I've been doing is I've been working with my teams at night. Lord Michael, can you please make sure that my chakras are protected? Thank you, Holy Spirit. Please remove those energies and send them back to the sender. So as you're sleeping at night, you can actually work with your teams to do your healing. and do your working with your DNA. Like work with your DNA. Work with your DNA every night, right? Because you get to sculpt your body. So that's what my teens have been doing with me. They've been sculpting my body. So I just wanted to show you something. Anybody that is in the room here, Spirit, that is nefarious and that has negative intentions, can you please send them on their way and send their magic back as soon as they send it? Return their magic. Return it, return it, return it. Back to sender. And everybody in our class today will be protected. Thank you, Holy Lord Michael. And so this is when I was talking about that you exist within the multiverse, right? So this is the tri-universe I always talk about, and they're always in toroidals, right? This is one universe, another universe, another. There's always one universe that's higher and lower that the energies mix with. So as this lowest energy from our universe gets pulled out, like the Epstein energies, those energies will be pulled out, and then higher energies from all of these energies get mixed within. So we're always getting an amalgamation of these energies moving back and forth, and it is always like the infinity, right? It's always like the infinity. And these infinities run up and down like this. That's what makes a toroidal. It makes the, like this big infinity is also coming down like this. It's also coming sideways. That makes the toroidal. So when you have really, really good meditations, you can actually feel the toroidal. When you tune in and you do the proper alignments, you can actually feel your body move within its Merkaba. And that is the toroidal. And so in our sculpting sessions at night, you can pick and you can fine tune with your teams what you want to work on, like, and especially work with the most densest areas. So first, always work first with your chakras, right? You want to work with your chakras and your fields first. Because if your fields and your chakras are not balanced, your organs and your skin and your hair and your nails and all of those luscious things we want to work with, right? And when I say, I'm just printed off all these forms that I've worked with, because I've done some live events, and these are some of the forms, and these are some of the things that I do at my live events, is I do my teaching with my live events, and I show them the various downloads I've had from Spirit. This is one of the most important downloads that I've ever received, and it's my intellectual property. It's my own. Nobody has the right to talk about any of my intellectual properties, because they were my downloads from Source. This is one of my most important downloads. It's called the Divine Relationship. And that's where I understand everything about alchemy, and how when you're in any situation, it's the Vesica Pisces that's within the middle, the Divine Feminine energy, the Divine Masculine energy. And this energy right here is who you are becoming. That's the commandmentship. That's the Christ consciousness. And that is the true alchemy. And that's why we wanted to talk about giving you all of these perspectives, and it's easier with drawings. It is a quantum experience. What we talk about is quantum mathematics. It's the quantum becoming of who you are. It's the quantum commandmentship of who you are. It is what Jesus taught, except Jesus didn't have, back then they didn't talk about anything to do with quantumness. Back then they just had nature to talk to, because they didn't have any physics or biology, or they didn't have, printers to print off illustrations and, all of those things. Jesus used nature to talk about the many heavens of God, and how the essence of God is used, and how he used clay, and he used water, and he used his pure intention. The pure intention is the center of, and that Vesica Pisces is at the very center of your divine sacred heart. And there is always quantum perfect sacred geometry in all that we are as God divine beings. And if you do your own research, you can find this out from many other instructors that have taught it very well. The sacred geometry of our makeup and who we are. I was given specific downloads that only I was given. I was shown the Shroud of Turin, and I was shown the Divine Sacred Heart. And that's how I've always taught, as this big diamond that is in the very center of our body. That's what I was shown through this Divine Relationship download. And I was shown it from the beings that are downloaded from the many heavens. And the beings are right from the heavenly family. So it was my download from the heavenly family, because they're my family. And as part of my teaching, as part of my gift here. And that's part of my soul's blueprint, which is unique to me. Nobody else has this in my blueprint, because it's mine. We want to talk about, because there is a lot going on in our collective about cloning, and a lot in our collective about people getting on the bandwagon and taking people's work, and taking people's content, and taking people's downloads, and taking people's hard work. This is why we get downloaded by Source. Source downloads it right from the heavens. It's our work right from the heavens. So we have to be aligned. We have to be aligned in all of that we are. Our bodies are aligned. Our chakras are aligned. It's our information. It's our excitement. It's what we've been teaching for many realms on the different planets and different Earth timelines. We're just picking up where we left off. So their information it's been in our DNA before. As we come forward, when we do our work, and we put light on these codons, then that codon is activated for us to just pick up where we left off. And they do continue the timelines of now. That's why there's only now. Past, present, future is all a combination of now. And we can get activated for as high as we want, like ninth dimensional information. We can have little bits of ninth dimensional information come down into these codons and wait for us to activate it. Because our teams are always enhancing our DNA. They're always changing our DNA based on how quickly we're processing light. As you get used to doing the ascension path, I've been on this path for about 18 years now, I'm quite efficient, I'm quite proficient. And so now it's my turn to teach everybody on how do I do what I do? How do I maintain a positive energy field? How do I maintain a light energy field? How do I maintain my gifts, skills, and talents as being a starseed? Many of us have come here already highly conditioned to sensitivities. We've come highly conditioned to hearing and knowing things. We have easier access. We have a see-through window, if you will. You know, we have a see-through window through source on the spirit side. It looks like this for us in spirit. It's a see-through window, whereas other people just have a black wall. They haven't been trained or practiced because they brought up in very dark, stagnant, dogmatic situations where they've been brainwashed into thinking that God was outside of them. So then when it comes time to do the inner work, the only thing that they have reflection on is mimicking the outer. That's why so many people copy. Is because it's such a low sense of self and they have not been directed within. They have not been brought back within to know that they are one with Source. That Source Creator, the essence of Source, and all that I am as a conduit, and all that I teach, based on whether it's the CIA, the FBI, shadow government, cults and covens, or the dark occult people, or anybody on the planet that's wanting to copy, to be a clone, to take other people's energies, or to be up on stage because you think that it's going to be really good, you're a starseed and you want to just get a head jump on ascension and just go and copy other people's things and study them and write down their mannerisms, write down their tonalisms and all of those things that you think is going to make you an advanced person, and it won't. The essence of what makes you godly is all of these things that we're talking about in the harmony of you genuinely loving and doing the work with you and reintegrating those aspects of you. Reintegrating, like sitting down, doing the work, daily do the work on your physical, mental, emotional, spiritual field, right? Doing the daily journaling, doing the daily work so that you can integrate your soul fragments back into you, and then you can get your codon activated. Now, doing the work just helps you navigate through the densities of creating a new reality and getting to know yourself as a multidimensional being. It's an essence, you're a being. You are both carbon and you're crystalline. The higher in crystalline, the higher in crystalline energy you are, the more access and fluidity you have to Source Creator. You have more access of the Christ consciousness. You have more access to do higher multidimensional, celestial, and alien gifts, skills, and talents. It's in the crystalline energy. And that is held within our water bodies. That's why our water is so important on our planet. That's why our planet has been designated as the school of learning and remembering and reintegrating Christ consciousness. Now, why I've been so passionate about bringing it forward is that not everybody on the planet needs to know what a high priestess and an empress knows, or a magician knows, because they haven't done the training. Most people that come on to, some of my channel, some most often, they just come on to get the predictions and they go. They're scrolling through 50 or 20 YouTube channels and YouTube downloads, and then they don't want to do the work. They don't care about being a master. They just want to get the little bits and pieces, and then they want to go and do their thing. They're not learning about who they are. They don't care about what's in their DNA and their codons. They're not caring about, what really is your blueprint, why are you here, what is your divine relationship. They don't work on divine relationship at all, and this is the most important thing that I teach. The divine relationship teaches you that you are a sacred geometry piece, that it's like your fingerprint with God. You're doing your soul a disservice if you're trying to copy someone. There are people right now that sit at home in the illegal shows that have been that have been exploiting me, that have been exploiting others. They've been and then the clones that are being done, and then there's people in the collective that similarly do enlightenment things and awakening things, but they're not following the practice at all, because all they're doing is just being competitive about what they think they're offering. They're not connected with Source at all. They have no divine relationship at all on any level. Then, to make it even more confusing, not only are they not paying attention to their soul's blueprint, they have no idea what their soul's blueprint is because there's no relationship in anything they're doing. There's zero relationship to who they are with spirit. Zero relationship. So if there's zero relationship, all they're doing is just going to all these outer things to try and find out who they are. They're not paying attention to what their soul's blueprint is, and they're just taking all of the energies from outer to try and think, well, that's not genuine at all. You're just being a whole bunch of other people. That's not genuine. Oh, that's following zero enlightenment in a way. You're missing the whole point altogether. So everybody who's at home that is listening to these videos, share our videos deep and wide. If you're in any one of the categories we just talked about, even if you are a practitioner or one that reads cards over and over, and you've been doing it for quite some time, I suggest everybody start from scratch. Clean the table and start from scratch. You are here with a divine relationship with Source Creator. You are here on this planet, Source Creator. You have a pillar of light. You have chakras, and you have fields. You have chakras, and you have fields that assist you in reading the environment. You can know when it's safe, when it's not safe. You can tune in. You can feel what's going on in your body. Your chakras have information and wisdom on every chakra that assists you in moving up the Jacob's ladder. Because we are on a planet that will keep moving through ascension. It's not going to stop. You're wasting time if you're cloning, if you're doing study agendas, if you are looking to study someone and mimic them and copy them and take their content. If you're doing any of all those things except from being genuine and authentic with you and getting deep down in your own soul's blueprint, if you are not doing your own soul's blueprint and you're doing all the other things that we've just talked about by being a copier and a clone and looking outside of you and being competitive and thinking that people are doing something better than you and always looking down on yourself, you're missing the point of awakening and enlightenment. You shouldn't even be in the genre. You can go out to retail and just stay in retail if you want. You have to go within and do the work every day. Go within and speak and have a relationship with God. Have a relationship with Spirit. Connect with your higher self. That's why we do these practices every day. Every one of my videos, we do an alignment. That alignment is what? It's your connection and your relationship with Spirit. You're calling in that Vesica Pisces of the Mother and the Father. The things that I say are purposeful. The things that I do are purposeful. It's the divine relationship. That was my download. My download, because it's me, it's who I am. I teach it on other realms. No conduit, no person, even if they are a conduit, nobody can come and say, I'm a conduit and this is my teaching. These are my copyrights. It's my intellectual property. It's my download. God only gave it to me. Because it's in my DNA. It's what I am. It's who I am. It's what I've always been. I'm a teacher on other realms. I'm a teacher on other planets. It's who I am. The planet's ready for it now. I get really excited when I teach it. It's a perfect combination. God knows. God knows the perfect combination of who you've been, who you are, what the collective needs, and when the collective is ready to learn it, you're going to have your DNA activated. So then you can come forward and start offering the genuine aspects of you. You're not looking outside of you to copy anybody. This is why the people that have not understood and been misled about harvesting it and elite soul harvesting it, and all of these things that people are doing in the dark occult, it's been a 100% complete. I mean, yes, you're learning. You're going to learn karma. You're going to get bad karma back. You've hurt your body. You've injured your fields. You've thrown all of your chakra fields off, and there are probably lots of rips and tears in them. Lots of your fields are probably a mess. Your chakras are probably a mess, and you probably got entity attachments. But in all, what you wanted to do and why you did what you did, it's been a complete 100% waste of time and money and energy. 100%. And I can go on date. We can go up to the whiteboard and I can mark down as many things as you like. And I can prove to you how it was a waste of time and a waste of energy and a waste of money. So let's start off from scratch. We're all on the same team. There's been no light wisdom's intelligence teachings on the planet. Don't feel bad. You were only taught and shown what misguided people, what people that were not aligned, people that have no idea. People that have no idea. They might know about chakras and they might know about the field, but they're not in a relationship. And if they are not in a relationship, they will not have downloads. Everybody gets downloads, by the way, but when I say that, when you get a download from source, you know you have a download, and then you start working with it, and you start drawing, you start writing, you start doing the drawings, you start doing the poetry, you start writing like crazy. That is the download being activated because you said, wow, I've got something there. I've got an idea. I know the collective is going to use this. Let's get this going. Maybe I can put my LLC on this, or maybe I can get this patented and all those things, right? Those of us that are crystals, we are here to inspire new life. We are here to inspire new systems. Our crystal light inspires. Our crystal light activates. Our crystal light breaks the density. Our crystal light reminds you who you are as a soul. That's our job. That's our job as crystal children. We break up the darkness. Then it's up to you to go within and start working with your systems. Start working with the multidimensional Christed systems, Metatronic systems, sacred geometry systems, all of these very sacred systems. The Kabbalah, the Torah, all of these things are very, very sacred. Don't live by it. Just pick and pull the things that you're activated by. Because why? Because you're a new species of hybrid. And sometimes the ancient teachings, although they taught you about chakras and although they taught you about energy, you're going to start harmonizing it in the new hybrid way now. This is why my teachings are so very important, because I do not stay, and this is why God had me and wants me so much in the collective and out in front of people. It's very purposeful why God wants me in front of people, because I throw in the face everything that has been staunch church and state, that has been staunch old ways, that has been staunch old idealisms, old this and old that. It has to be broken, let it go. Keep practicing what you want to practice, but we are going to be a planet of many hybrid, diverse species. Our systems and our genetics are not going to be appropriating. I'll say this in two parts. Those that practice dark occultisms, we know that there is the entropy and there is the extinction if you continue practicing and doing what you're doing. Anything that you do that is not going within and building your relationship with Source, the divine relationship, will in some way be entropy. Period. Therefore, that's then. You can also say, also true as, we're doing quantum math, also true as, if you draw an infinity and everything on the side of that infinity that is not divine relationship, everything that is not your divine relationship about who you are, your physical, your mental, your emotional, your spiritual, your sexual, your connection with the Source, your intention to work with your spiritual teams, your intention to work with Source, your intention to build a new reality, your intention to have a better body, your intention to work with your healing teams, your intention to be who you are, and just who you are and nobody else, because nobody can be you like you. All of these things make you. And when you do this and you be this and you love this, then you show up authentically. And then it doesn't matter who's outside of you, you show up authentically. And then the soul of you, all of you comes forward to say, hello, who are we today? We can pull energy from anywhere in the multiverse because we're aligned. It's who we are. Don't try and be anybody else, because there will be a time, dear lighted ones, and those that have been copying content from other people and stealing it and thinking that you're in competition with other readers. You're not in competition with anybody. You're missing the whole point. Go back to the beginning. Spirituality is never, ever a competition. You have a unique soul's blueprint only for you. Write that down 100 times. You will never get anywhere. You will never be famous. You will never have your 5 minutes of fame. You will never have longevity. You will never have a long game. Spirituality will sit you on your ass every time you live in your ego. And these are egos. Getting famous, elite soul harvesting, I've got to rape, I've got to do, I've got to mimic, I've got to be just like them, I've got to say the right things, I've got to sound like a healer, I've got to sound like this, I've got to be this, I've got to be that. That's the cloning. There's a whole collective on our planet right now, and all they focus on is copying and cloning, because that's how they used to make money in their dark occult, crime ring, underground, black web, thieving from other people, and insurance scams and romance schemes, the cult in Calgary. They made a lot of their business. How much, Spirit? Do you have a number for me? How much of their business? 89 to 94% of their business was all taken from other people and used and mimicked and looked at and copied and stolen and frauded and defamed. 89 to 94% of their daily work was scheming from people and scamming from people. None of it came from who they were intellectually. None of it came from who they were creatively, because they don't know who they are. They're wounded. None of them are doing the inner work. None of them are sitting down every day and knowing that they have unique DNA just for them. Just for them. They have no idea, if they ever compare themselves to somebody else, that there's different timelines, there's different DNA, there's different tribes, there's different planets, there's different species, there's different energies, there's different injuries, and there's a different timeline. So how could you ever be why would you ever bring competition into anything that is spiritual? You're missing the point. So heal your competitive issues of not enough. You need to look at who you are, why we do the work. My light wisdom teachings need to be on the planet, leaders, because a collective is lost. And the more the collective stays lost, there will be violence, there will be aggression, and there will be things that happen all the time. Why do you think you're seeing what you're seeing on the news? Because people are not being shown how to heal. People are not being shown who they are. The church and state are not showing them. There are processes that you can do every day to start working with who you are in the ideal of the big umbrella. We are all source creator. We are both carbon and crystalline. We have fields of light. We have our Merkabas that hold all the genius of all that we are and ever will be. And if you decide to wake up just like that, your Merkaba then switches on. So does your DNA. So do your fields. So does the essence of who you are. The essence of who you are. And all you want to be is spirit. And all you want to be is spirit, 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 spirit. And the more aligned with you are, the more divine relationship that you are, dear lighted ones. You call in more spirit. You call in more spirit. You have a big spirit. You have a big vibration. Because it's who you are. And you just snap into that vein of who you are, a genuine, authentic version of who you are. You're not copying anybody. You're not mimicking anybody. Why? Well, because you have DNA that might just show that, well, your DNA might be an herbalist. Your DNA for this timeline, you might be one of the best herbalist shamans on the planet. And that might be most of your DNA codons, different tribes, different planets, different this, different that, different herb work, different plants, different brushes. And you might be that for this timeline. For this planet, that might be your soul's purpose. Just because there's somebody in the collective right now that is the new star seed of the moment doesn't mean that's what you're meant to be. It means no, they're just offering, and Source will offer everybody the platform they're meant to be on. Source knows what Source is doing. Why do you think Source designed your DNA? Your DNA at the very 13th dimension was designed, all of these codons were designed for your past, present, and futures. So it's not going to do you any good. Your DNA is not, your DNA is looking at you going, what the fuck? Why are you copying somebody else? That's not in your DNA code. That's not where we're at right now. These are instruction sets. Your DNA is saying you're not following the instruction set. Your DNA is actually telling you, sit down. This is spirit. This is spirit. If you're not working in light and you're dark because you're conjuring dark, you're taking, you're stealing, you're lying, you're manipulating, you're doing root work, you're trying to force people out of their path, you're trying to force people to stay with you, you're trying to force people in your controlling agendas, you're trying to force. If you're doing all of these dark things, your DNA won't get the light. And your DNA will sit in the darkness as you are. So will your chakras. Your chakras and your fields will not look like this. If you're doing what I just said, if you're doing dark practitioner work, your fields will not look like this. This image is somebody that is completely healed. There are very few people on the planet, if any, except probably the monks in the jungle, that they've lived like this all their lives. They probably have fields that look like this. Most people do not look like this. Most people do not have perfectly clear, crystalline, transparent chakras. Most don't, because you haven't healed your 51% of your karma yet. You haven't healed your divine feminine, divine masculine woundings. So your chakras are not at the optimal speed. You're not working with your chakras on a daily basis. You're not working with that divine relationship. So when people have asked me right from the beginning of when I started this work, because I was born here with advanced skills and gifts. It was in my DNA. It was the body makeup I came in. That was the plan for my life, because this is going to be the pivotal timeline, the pivotal life that I was going to be a spiritual guide. That is my role on the planet. I'm meant to be a spiritual guide for the entire collective. The heavenly family is my blood. It is my breath. It's who we are. Moses, Abraham, they're my family. It is my family. It's who we are. We are meant to walk the earth and guide people. We're meant to walk the earth and help people heal, help people level up their consciousness. It's who we are in our blood. It's our DNA. It's our DNA. And there's no amount of destiny swap that's going to get it to you. You're not going to get any of us. You're not going to get my destiny. You're not going to get my DNA. You're not going to get my codons that I worked so hard to illuminate, that I brought light to all of my codons, and I brought all of my timelines up to a harmonized up, because I do the work every day. Every day, from the time I get up to the time I go to bed, and even when I sleep, I do the work. I have a relationship with Source. You cannot swap a destiny to somebody that is sitting there doing dark magic conjuring. It won't work. And Spirit gave me this analogy this morning. The people that are doing this, we need to have better, higher information and guidance on the planet, because the people that are paying and doing the bidding systems in the underground, you're wasting money. It will fail. It will fail. It will fail. The people that bid and bet and do pyramid schemes and swap destinies and false marriages and swap whatever these things that are done in the dark occult, and the scheming and the plotting and the planning and making money and ripping people's lives out from underneath them, ripping people's souls out from underneath them. The Calgary cult, my ex was a master at manipulation and master at taking people's energy. He was a master at veiling himself, and everybody he belongs with showed him, and they showed him back and forth, and everybody was showing everybody how to veil and cloak your energy. They were very good at manipulating. They were dark empaths. They worked with dark energy. They fooled a lot of people by the games they played and the little tactics they used. They're wounded people. I've been saying from day one for 6 years, go get healed. You're wasting your time. You're wasting your time. You're no longer going to be allowed to sacrifice. You're no longer going to be allowed to destiny swap. I've been giving you all of the quantum equations back and forth on how and why it's not possible. But there's a whole collective on our planet that still thinks that they can keep elite soul harvesting, that they can keep doing destiny swaps, that they can keep cloning and copying, but they can't. It's quantumly not working out, people. I'll give you a reason why, most of it, because the analogy is, these instruction sets of your DNA, it's like your modem of your computer. If your modem is not working and it's dark and there is no light in it, it will not make the rest of the computer work. Whether you want to use Windows, whether you want to use your email, whether you want to use Lotus 123, it will not make your computer work because your modem is old. It's dark. It's not working. You could have the fanciest computer all you want, but if that modem is not up to speed, which is your source consciousness, it is your divine relationship. If you don't have a good modem, this is your modem, your Christ toolkit, your Christ consciousness toolkit, your Christ consciousness toolkit. That is your modem. That's how you sense energy. That's how you feel energy. That's how you stand on stage and absolutely know you are meant to be on stage, because all you want to do is share the Christ consciousness, is share source. It has nothing to do about how you look. It has nothing to do about how popular you are. You don't have even one concern about what might be coming on the Twitter stream. You don't care about any of that. Why? People that do, people that are like that, people that can't wait to be that, people that copy people to be that, you will have short failures, you will have embarrassing failures, and you will have a very short-lived life, because it's not your blueprint. It might not be your blueprint for 10 years. So do the long, hard work. You're going to love it. You're going to be better you. You're going to love the versions of you. You're going to be that dodecahedron that can spin an infinite number of ways and have stories to connect with people and honor with people. The people that are trying to destiny swap, they can go up on stage and they have no stories because they don't connect with anybody in their collective. They don't connect. There's no relationship. They don't have a relationship with anybody. They don't have a relationship with themselves. How could they have a relationship with themselves if they're looking to destiny swap? They don't like themselves. They don't like who they are. They don't like their destiny. They don't even work with God. They have no idea about who they are. So they're looking to destiny swap. Well, I'm in a whole bunch of karma right now. So if I destiny swap with you, you can take all my karma and I'm going to live and I'm going to be on stage. And I'm going to get out of my karma. I'm going to get out of my crimes. The people of the police station won't come and see me and blah, blah, blah. No, you're not going to dump your karma. This time is the timeline where everybody faces who they are. Nobody gets through these 4D gates. Nobody. This is judgment time, and I keep saying it. And you're going to keep banging your head against the wall and banging your head against the wall and banging your head against the wall. Destiny swaps are no longer available. You cannot do that, people. You're going into the store and you're buying a destiny swap. It ain't there anymore. Because you're low vibrational, dark occult, dark practitioner, dark voodoo, dark practitioner, whatever it is that you do in the dark and secret, and you hide and you withdraw and you with all of these things, a cesspool of darkness, all of that, it will not account to the light on that DNA that is holding that destiny. Do you get that? This is light. You're not light. You can destiny swap all the fuck you want. You're not that destiny. You're not the light. You're dark. You're a dark modem. It's just a dark modem. That's all it is. It's a broken Lotus 123. It's a broken Windows. You can't get anywhere in your email because it's broken. There's no light. There's no flow getting in anywhere. Nobody's talking to anybody. The mental body's not talking to the emotional body. The emotional body's not talking to the physical body. The physical body's not talking to the printer. Do you see what I'm saying? It's the exact same thing. Source essence is the modem. If you have no relationship with Source, and you're talking to Lucifer and Satan, and you're conjuring, and you're going to deities, and you're dancing on graves, and you're conjuring Gaia magic, and you're doing all these things of imbalance, you're absolutely going against your Source soul blueprint. You're disconnected. So how can you be disconnected and then have a destiny that you think you're going to be on stage teaching people how to be connected? It's ridiculous. Superfluous. Doesn't make sense. It's benign. And yet the people in the CIA, people in the FBI, the people in the government, people all around the world and their satanic cults and their satanic Luciferian cultures and their Masonic cultures and their witch and warlock cultures, I am here to upgrade everybody. And if you so wish, you don't have to study, you don't have to go in the dark. Why don't you be a human and you pick up the phone and you book an appointment and you actually talk with me in person and be a real human? Because studying in the little back secret of your little Area 51 and doing your studies on me and doing this and doing that on me, it's just making you look like a really foolish human. And you're not connected on any level. I'm an advanced human. That was the name that Source had given me. I was designed this way. I have star cluster DNA. There is nobody on this planet that has my unique design. Nobody. Neither do they you. Nobody has your unique design. So live with it and go within and be it. Don't be anybody else. Don't follow anybody else. Don't be anybody else's sandwich. Be your sandwich. Get your own sandwich. Go within. God is within. God is within every codon. Source Creator is within every codon. The lifetime you had in the Pleiades, the lifetime you had in Andromedas, the lifetime you had in Lemuria, the lifetime you had in Atlantis, all of these codons get activated. They become who you are. And why we just must do what we do, because it's who we are. Nobody can stand next to me and be like me. And there's clones out there that want to. They want to stand on stage with me and they want to show me that they're a perfect equal to me. They're changing their physical appearance to look like me. They're trying to act like me. They're studying me to talk like me. They're studying me to think that they can stand on stage and be a conduit. I'm telling you, people, you will never, ever be me. You won't. You just won't. You can get as many plastic surgeries as you won't. And I pray for you that you stop. I pray that you stop because you're missing the beauty of you. There is God within you that is saying, stop the madness. Stop the madness. You've forgotten who you are. You are a starseed. You are a divine being. Stop the madness, people. You are meant to be you. You had been scraped and you had been controlled and programmed out of it. So now it's time to sit and do the work and reclaim yourself. You will never, ever destiny swap when you have not earned the consciousness. The consciousness is the modem. The modem is the Source Creator. I am the modem of me. I am the modem of my star family. I am the modem of the Christ consciousness. I am the modem of God. I am the modem of divine feminine, the mother on this planet. And it's very important that I be here, uniquely being me, and not being attacked and sabotaged and thrown daggers at every second of the day. Because the more that you stop me from being me, you will stop you from being you, because I am that mirror. I am the uniqueness of a hybrid. I am the uniqueness of diverse celestial and alien and human. Let me be me, people. The more that you stop me, the more that you stalk and spy, the more that you do all of these things in the background, it's making you look so fucking foolish. You're not getting any of the lessons. I want you to sit down and take a lesson, CIA and FBI and the presidents of around the world. I am here to uplift humanity on all levels. All of you are in a short game. and it's going to end up in failure. Your cloning agendas will end up in failure. Your MK Ultra agendas will end up in failure. Everything you're doing will end up in failure because there is no divine relationship. None of you are divinely aligned. None of you. And if you think that anything is about a competition, you're even more separated. And it's because of church and state. They have programmed you to think that you are separate, that you have to measure up, that you have to have a grade or a goal or an achievement or an award, or you have to have money, or you have to have a status, or you have to live on a certain street, or you have to be this and you have to be that. No. Your divine relationship is within you. And why my vibration packs a punch, and why I trigger so many. Because I get the divine relationship. It was my downloaded, given just to me. Because it's who I am. It's my instruction set. Each and every one of you are the micro macro. Each and every one of you are God's codons. And if you're refusing to be you, and you're refusing to be light, and you're refusing to activate your unique codon within the God strip of God's DNA, the all return back to God, the all return back to God, the all return back to God. If you refuse to be you because you're so focused on trying to be somebody else because you think that's what your destiny is, there is no person on this planet that has a destiny to be like somebody else. There just isn't. And anybody that's telling you in the dark occult, I don't give a fuck about their ranking because it's false. Anyone telling you that they can do a destiny swap by more and more people that you gather, I am telling you that you cannot, and you will be stopped, and you will be right back where you are right now on your ass because you're not getting the quantum lessons. You cannot hold a modem of a 5D person that has earned their codons, that has earned their synaptic pathways, that has earned their essence of source. They've earned it. Otherwise, the codon would have not been activated. The light is called to the codon because the rest of the multidimensional being has activated, has called it. I'm calling in the light. I am whole now. I'm ready for my next activation. Come in thy light. I know thine self. I know thine self. I'm doing my shadow work. I'm doing my practices. I'm practicing a higher vibrational being. I'm practicing to be authentic and genuine. I'm standing in my truth of my light every day. I'm using my spiritual voice every day. I challenge all. Everything that I ever used to be to want to fit in, I don't want to be that anymore. I don't care about fitting in. I don't give a fuck. You cannot take somebody's destiny. It's not your destiny. It's theirs. Cloning and destiny swapping and all these dark occult practices, I'm praying for all of you. If you do not alter course, you will be in the entropy extinction bracket. It is a quantum truth. It is the equal sign. Do the math. I'm praying for all of you. Please do the math. You're wasting money. You're wasting your energy. You're wasting your body. You're wasting your body's health. You're spending more energy to try and be somebody else if you just go within and heal and love yourself and be you. That is your ticket. Your ticket is you. Your books are going to come from your stories. Having 2 or 3 chapters about how you copied people and how you had your falling. And then the next chapter would be, wow, I had an awakening. I was on the floor crying for my dark night of the soul, and I got up and I said, wow, I'm not going to copy anymore because, wow, look at my karma. But look who I am now. I'm turning the page. That's fucking courageous, people. Stop copying people. Stop copying their songs. Stop copying their content. Stop copying them doing fake AI pages. Stop trying to be other people. Stop scamming. Stop thieving. Stop robbing. Stop manipulating. Stop defaming people because you don't get it. Just because you don't get it doesn't mean they're wrong. It just means they're not at the same consciousness you are. You're at a low consciousness because all you do is hate, because you don't know who you are. All you have to do is go within and know who you are. Know thyself. Do the work. Get a relationship with yourself. Who are you? What is your relationship with your body? Do you know it? What is your relationship with it? Besides throwing away your life force every day to Tom, Dick, and Harry, or Joe, Bob, and Bill. Are you throwing your life force around? Do you care about your life force? Do you care about your body? Do you talk with God in your body? Do you talk with your cells? Do you talk with your aura? Do you talk with your chakras? Do you talk with your teams? Do you talk with your higher self? Are you connected with God? Are you connected with Gaia? Are you connected with the water? Are you connected with the air? This is relationship, people. If you do not have a relationship with the divine in any way, you will never have a successful soulmate relationship. You just won't. And you'll have divorce. Been there, done that twice. Know it. Next. My next soul relationship will be a forever relationship because I know thine self and I want to work at it. And I'm calling in my perfect ordained person that has been chosen by Source Creator. Because Source knows how I need to be loved. And I am that perfect love for that person. And it's nobody from my past. It's nobody from Calgary. I never wanted anybody from Calgary. Otherwise, why would I have spent 8 years trying to get a divorce and trying to escape the control and the domination, the mimicking and the copying and all of these things that were in Calgary? I knew exactly what was going on from day one. You were all screwing me over from day one. You were copying me and stealing from me and you were doing all of these things behind the scenes and doing your little forest rituals and doing your little graveyard. You were doing all of these things behind the scenes to break me, to suffocate me, to take my light from me. And the cords have been cut. Finally, thank God I'm free. The cords have been fucking cut. You can no longer harvest from me. You will never, ever take my destiny. I am so solid in my destiny. Watch me. And I will rise. You will never take my destiny. The modems are not the same. Your body, your heart, your organs, your skin could not handle me. You would be in psychosis with 1 ounce of my treasure. You could not handle me. These are quantum truths, people. I'm trying to tell you. These are truths. It's a vibration. You can feel it. These are things you can feel. The source essence, the truth about the source essence. You can feel source. You start to tingle. You start to vibrate. You start to see your chakras come online. The little things like this. This is how it feels. This is why I like working with images, because this is how it feels. That's how it feels. You're lit up. All of you is lit up and you shine from the inside out. Your brain lights up. You know things you didn't know yesterday. Your DNA is colorful. It's lit up. Your cells in your body light up. They start moving faster. The oscillating energy and the oscillating speed of your cells speed up. That's source. That's source. Source is in your blood. Source is in your DNA. Source is in your codons. Source is in your skin. Source is in everything. Source. Are we getting it, people? Please put your comments in the comment field. Are we getting it? I want the entire planet to have an awakening today. As the number 11 day, I want the portal for today to be, for my intention, that all of the planet, those that so desire to move on the path of ascension and to go into the path of eternal life, not entropy, not extinction, but eternal life. We want the opposite side of the infinity. But everywhere you go, it's going to be perfect and fine because that's what you were meant to do. I am saying for all of those that have continued to hurt, impale, do bidding on me and sell me 200 times in the black web, it was all unnecessary. It was a waste of time. It was a waste of my life. You all wasted my life. Everybody from Calgary and the shadow governments, everybody that's been involved, whether they're CIA agents, whether they're FBI, whether it's the government. Because right now it doesn't matter. God is giving each and every one of you the karma and the energies and whatever blocking, whatever no flow, whatever no health, whatever no abundance, whatever no smartness, whatever no wisdoms. God is going to give each and every one of you exactly what you did to me. Whatever it is you sneak about, whatever it is you lie about, whatever it is you go and back and forth and your little secret this and your little secret that and spying on me and remote viewing and all of these things that are illegal. It's illegal, illegal, illegal. Illegal surveillancing, illegal hacking, illegal this, illegal that. It's illegal. Why don't you just pick up the phone and call and sit down and have a meeting with me? You could just do that and be human and just have a good conversation and say, hey, we're on equal pages here. But no, you study me like I'm a fucking lab rat. I'm not your lab rat anymore. Nobody has ownership over me. Nobody has anything that they have any rights to print, write, or sing about me. Nobody has any rights. Nobody. You don't have any rights. Nobody has an ounce of ownership on me or any of my intellectual property or my work. And everybody that has done so is absolutely getting karma, and my ancestors won't stop. My ancestors will not stop. Why? Because my ancestors are my DNA. And they feel like they've been really ripped off, and they're pissed. Just as your ancestors would be too, because you've earned your DNA. Your DNA is specific to you. You come from ancient tribes. Why don't you get to know them? Have a relationship, have a divine relationship with your tribes, with where you come from, with what you're bringing forward for the collective. What's your story? Who are you? Not what your religion says about you, not what church and state say about you. Who are you? Then you're going to start activating the God essence. And that's when you start vibrating and things within you just start to feel like you're humming. This is how I feel all day. I hum. My body hums. I'm in a vibratory experience. I hum. And it's more frequency for me to do my light language because it raises my vibration. It's just more natural for me. It helps me align to a higher vibration. It's more natural for me to talk light language. It's who I am. So instead of trying to attack me and kill me and put 50,000 or 100,000 to somebody to kill me, it's not going to change anything, people. Taking me out will change nothing. It will change nothing. Because everything that you do that is corrupt, it's going to fail. I'm just the one telling you it's going to fail. You're going to be in the same karma. You're going to go to jail. You're going to be in the same fraudulent things. All of you. I am the light on the planet, and the light will not let you be fraudulent anymore. The light will not let you be corrupt against your own soul's blueprint. Who are you? I'm here to activate you, people. I'm here to save you from yourselves. You've been taught and told wrong things. You've been misguided in the most horrible of ways. You cannot destiny swap. Why would you? You have no idea who you are. You've not been taught or told about your blueprint. You have not been taught or told about divine relationship. You've not been taught or told about quantum source creator. You've not been taught and told about your chakras. You've not been taught and told about who you are, where your tribes are, where you come from. Who are you? You've been brainwashed in church and state, and now you've got to train yourself out of it. And you're going to be the one that's going to write books about how to come out of church and state. You're going to be the one that's going to help other people to come out of church and state. Why? Because that's where your biggest trauma was. I'm awakening you, people. I am your greatest healer. And you've attacked me for so very long, 50 years. Lies and manipulations and falsities and fabrications and all that has been done to me. And you're going to wake up tomorrow morning and you're going to say, oh my God, everything that I've been doing. Because finally the black magic hell fog in your head and in your brain and how demented your brain has been because of black fucking magic is now going to allow you to think clearly for the very first time. And your mind and your heart and your chakras will finally, for a split second, be awake. And then you will say, wow, I'm connected with Source for the first time. I do have a blueprint. I remember my Pleiadian life. This will happen to every human on the planet. And if they choose to awaken and continue with ascension, they will. And if they choose not to, that's their free will. God will love them essentially all the same, and they'll go back to Source. They, however, may not come into another body because this is the final 3D timeline. This is how awakening goes, people, and I'm just explaining it to you in the very best way that I can. And I've been doing so for 17 years. This is who I am. I am the divine sister of the Messiah. I am a Messiah. I have earned it. The Father had said to me when he had given me this title, get used to it. This is who you are. You have earned it, thine daughter. Can you say Messiah with pride? And I had to practice for days and days and days to say Messiah. I am a Messiah. I am a Messiah. I am a Messiah. It carries vibration. I am a Messiah. And then all of those shamans come forward from my soul, and I activate those in front of me. I know who I am. It's me. I'm not you and you're not me. We're pictures of each other to say, hey, how can we be more compassionate? I get you. You're God too. Great. Go be happy on your way. But you're not going to force yourself to be like me. You're not going to force my destiny within you. You can't handle it. You're not designed to be it. You're designed to be you. Are we getting it? Everyone has a unique modem. And what's the modem? It's the Christ Consciousness Toolkit. The Christ Consciousness Toolkit is how you feel Source. And how do you feel Source? How do you feel source? You feel source in your speech. You feel source in your walk. You feel source when you eat. You feel source when you make love. You feel source when you feel good about yourself. You feel source when you have pleasure. You have source when you laugh and you have joy and you look at the children, you look at the trees, and you look at all that is God's life. That's source, dear lighted ones. I'm here to teach this and inspire it and inspire it and activate it and ignite it. This is me. Don't try and be me. Please don't. It makes me sad. Be you. You're beautiful. Be you. I want to inspire you. Be the best of you. Activate your codons. Who are you? Where's your book? Where's your talent? Where's your skill? Where's your craft? I will inspire you. Your destiny is profound. It's profound. Get to know it. What is your destiny? Get to know it. Where's your relationship? Get to know it. Be it. Talk it. Be with it. Meditate on it. Dream on it. Pray about it. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Thank you. I want to know everything I can about my soul's blueprint. Let's get started. And then God will align you with people like me, vibrational teachers, vibrational healers, because we carry vibration. We've done the work. We get the dodecahedron. We do the work. We speak our truth. We do the work. If somebody tries to misalign us, we do the work. No, that's your story. That's not mine. Bye. I don't want your offer. I'm not interested. As I've said 18 billion times. I know who I'm going to collaborate with. I know what I want to do on this planet. I know who I am. I know what I will create. I've seen my visions. My destiny is just for me. And those idiots that are on the surrounding pockets, and your source too, and I admire you for all that you are doing as you're pocket watching. I get it, because you know my destiny and you've been given information about me and I don't even know you, but you're doing everything you can to pocket watch me, to study me, to stalk me, to do spell work on me, to keep throwing shit at me, to make sure as I'm weak as possible, so that when you do come in and when you do want to pocket watch me and pretend that you're my friend and pretend that you're a fake ass lover and pretend that you're this and pretend that you're that you're going to get some of my blessing, you're going to rip me off just like you did the 5,000 timelines you did before. But my ancestors and the heavens and Archangel Michael and about a bajillion angels are sitting all the way around me. 10 toes down, 10 toes up, and 10 toes side to side. You're not going to take from me this fucking timeline, people. You just won't. So sit your greedy asses down, put your fangs back in your mouth, put your claws back in your pocket, and get busy on your life. It's your life. Stop wasting it. The amount of times that these financial crime rings and these insurance scam rings and these scammers that run around town trying to scam as many people as possible, little witches and the little covens where you go out to the bars and you pretend that you're this free, single, swinging person. And you go and get these people in your little parties and you start romancing them and you start scheming them with your little romance schemes. And you do magic on them and then you take them for all they've got. And that's what you got to say to yourself at the end of your soul's journey. That's your legacy. These crime rings and everybody involved in them, that's your legacy. That's the best human you want to be? Seriously? That's how much you can scam people out of the insurance, how many people you can sacrifice and then take over their insurance, how many people you can sacrifice and then take over their work business, take over their intellectual property and pretend that you're an advanced one? You're not advanced. You're a thief. You're a con artist. You're a low-grade witch. Because you don't care about energy. You have no respect for energy. Do you know what the sword and the stone are all about? You didn't do that class. You missed it. You didn't do the class on codons. You didn't do the class on the dodecahedron. You didn't do the class on anything. You don't care. All you want is your money to go buy yourself a new Gucci bag. You're disconnected. You will never be ranked. Ever. Except maybe as a high-ranking criminal. So that's your legacy. So own it. Stop hiding. If you're going to be a criminal, fucking own it. That's my little rant. And anybody that comments on my page, if you had people doing a destiny swap spell on you 24 hours a day, you wouldn't write anything because you don't know anything. So people that comment don't know anything because you don't know who I am. You don't have any connection with God. You don't have any connection with spirit. You're not channeling. You're not sensing energy. You're not sensing into anything except making rude comments about what people are and how they are and how they're moving about life. So that's another thing. You're going to keep getting bad karma the more negative comments that you write on and about people. I feel things. This is what I feel. My body and my senses feel things. That's how I was designed. I feel things, and my body is alive, and my body is awake, and my body vibrates. My body vibrates because I've mastered, and I'm moving in greater mastery with my chakras. I'm moving in greater mastery with my fields. Every day I'm learning about who I am as energy, and every day God is uplifting me. And every day I come forward, and every day I come forward to teach. What is exhausting for me that I live homeless, and I live trying to fight for my voice for all the humans on this planet, for every starseed on this planet, and I come forward to teach what nobody else on this planet teaches, because nobody's supposed to teach on this planet what I teach, because it's mine, it's my destiny. This is who I am. It's my copyright. It's me. It's my LLC. It's my logo. It's my TCM. It's me. What exhausts me so much is I'm homeless and I have 20 cents in my wallet, and there's assholes on the outside of my peripheral, and they can't wait till I get something, anything, so they can come in and they can take it and steal it and do more spell work on me so that they can suck the soul out of me. And it makes me so very sad and angry at the very same time, because these people have wasted their entire lives just stealing and taking from other people and raping and vampiring and leeching. They have no idea who they are. Zero. And these people are even in the collective pretending to be tarot readers, pretending to be spiritual guides in the community, pretending to be HR people, pretending to be a cop, pretending to be a lawyer, pretending to be insurance, pretending to be this, this, and this. And they're not. They have no idea about connection with source. None of them do. I guarantee you, if I was to have a discussion with every bishop on this planet, every bishop that has ever been, do you know what makes a saint a saint? What makes a saint? What's the difference between a saint and a bishop? Any of you that have been in the church forever, what makes the difference between a saint and a bishop? You don't think I hear what goes on behind closed doors and how you have all ridiculed me? And then you come to my channel just to see how much more you can ridicule me. You must feel so very proud of yourselves. I love who I am. And I'm just proud to be me. I get to be me, fully, 100%. I'm genuine and authentic, and I'm not going to stop. And I'm going to bring forward the most profound teachings this planet has ever had, and I'm going to heal a whole lot of people, and that's going to make me so very happy. And I'll leave here the happiest person that has ever laid feet on this planet. Because I came being authentic, and everybody ripped the shit out of me. Everyone. Nobody lended me a hand. Not one person except my 2 clients. Nobody helped me on this planet. You all watch me like guinea pigs. You pocket watch me. You steal from me. My ex stole from me, lied about me, defamed. All of these people that said they care, and then they'll turn around in the next same second and they'll say, hey, I want to get back in your life. I want to get back in your energy. I'm not manifesting anything without your energy. I'm not manifesting anything. My health is going downhill. My relationships are going to hell. I'm not making any money. Yeah, because you abused me. You bound me to my chakras you had no right to. You didn't have any information. You didn't have any permissions. You had no authority. These people in the cults of Calgary and all the other cults and all the other people around the world, nobody had any permissions to do what they did to me. And these cords are just freeing me right now. These cords are just being freed from me now. And it's been 50 years of being bound to nothing but devils and satans that suck the fucking life out of you so they can go to Europe. Or they can go get their new set of shoes. Or they can go get this and they can go get their new facelift. You're going to get facelift to look like other people? It's a waste of money. Who are you? Who are you? The amount of wasting of money and time and energy because people are lost. They're not healing. And that's fine. That's your journey. I will not judge you. I will stand up for myself on every level, and I will never sit down. Because there are starseeds and there are innocent children that are being sacrificed through wrong information and misguidance. There is black magic and voodoo and practicing done every hour, and it's done on wrong guidance. And people are doing nothing but earning a lot of entropy and bad karma, and it's unnecessary. There's going to be a lot of arrests being made because of the defamation, the illegal fraud, the hacking and the stealing and the thefts, the illegal accusations. You can't just illegally accuse somebody of something and then go and back it up by having your community lie about it. And then having do more black magic and voodoo and mental magic on people to make sure that they're going to follow along and be enforced to follow along with your lie and bearing false witness. That's corrupt all the way fucking through. Are you kidding me? Just so you can get one divine feminine in the slammer to make her take on one of your karmic acts. The Father said, hell no. Every single one of you will bear your own witness. Every single one of you will be pulled on every single deed you have done. Wake up, people. There is the divine creator. I am an image of. I am a Messiah. I am the divine feminine. I am integrated and activated in my celestial and advanced human gifts and skills and talents. I am here to offer illustrations and advancements and teachings and wisdoms that are all vibrational. It's vibrational. What I offer is vibrational, and you will feel a difference now, tomorrow, or the next day, or 2 weeks from now. When your time is ready, when your teams and your higher self has said they've done the work, they're ready to awaken to who they are. They're not afraid anymore to face their shadow. They're not afraid anymore to do the work. They want to combine themselves to a higher spirit. Then you start feeling spiritual because you faced and you've integrated your shadow. Stop being afraid. Face who you are. Why are you doing the crimes? Why are you defaming other people? Why are you competing? Why are you jealous? Why are you envious? Why are you running away from yourself? Why are you hiding? Why are you not going to the authorities with your truth? These are your wounds. They're yours. They're not mine. They're your wounds. You did the crimes, you took the people out, you did the sacrificing, you did the black magic, you did the voodoo, you chose to go against your spirit. No spirit would ever tell you to go hurt somebody to gain something, ever. And anybody that tells you that on this planet, they are working in the dark occults or they are working in their shadow. Therefore, thus then, heed your own inner guidance. Who are you? I teach these things to return to you. And nobody is teaching humanity these things. Church and state has taught you outer. Church and state has taught you outer. Church and state has taught you outer until the entire collective is sick. Now what? I've been giving infinite proof and validation of my teachings and the workings of my teachings. I've been giving proof. The Father, thine Father said, as a source channel, most would not have survived what I went through. Many didn't. I did. I am. And the Father will keep proving and the Father will keep lifting. And it's up to every person on why you need proof at all. Because you're being challenged right now to discern and relook at and reinvestigate and recultivate and re-excavate who you are as God. Because you're being challenged. Who is God to you? What is God to you? Don't judge yourself. Just forgive yourself of the ideologies that thought anything in the dark occult was going to be your ticket out. It will never be your ticket out. I guarantee you that. It is the modem of hell, and it will take you there. You will get nothing but karma, jail time, and a lot of debt because you will be sued. I will sue YouTube for YouTube corruption and everybody that was giving money to YouTube and basically selling YouTube to silence me. I will sue YouTube and I will sue the shadow government for not providing a basic human rights and basic human needs. And I was abused on every level since the day I was born. Not one truth, not one information, not one status of who I am as a divine being when I can heal millions at a time. And I've been silenced, I've been suppressed, I've been degraded, I've been attacked, I've been followed, I've been spied, I've been hacked, I've been studied. It's ridiculous. Nobody's had permission on any level on any of this. The false videos, the false TV shows, the false black webs, the images of me, the AI pages, the money's being stolen. Millions have been made off of me and my image and my name and my energy. And I'm sitting fucking homeless with 20 cents in my wallet. How is any of this on any planet in our galaxy? It is the most corrupt planet in our galaxy. And you all have to wonder, you're playing a part of this legacy. And who are you? Are you bringing positive resolve every day? Do you care about your divine relationship? Do you care about your soul's evolution? Do you care about your soul's incarnation? Do you care about the light that you carry in your body? Do you care about your children's next lifetime, if they get one? Or have you already swapped their karma and their destiny? Which the people in Calgary cult, they have been doing. They have been swapping destinies with children because they do not want to face the crimes that they have done. How low vibrational is that? And yet they have the balls to go to any authority and call me a victim, to call me the one that's doing the crime.
And they have the balls to do that. And yet they're veiling themselves with children's energy. They're veiling themselves and swapping destinies with children. Head witches, I'm calling you out. You will never have a divine starseed's destiny. It's blocked. Goddess Isis and I will block you every time. We stand in protection of every child, and we will teach every child how to protect their chakras and their fields and their destinies, because you don't deserve it. Your modem is too low and dark. Perhaps you heal your modem. It's broken. You will not fit in the starseed's computer. You just won't. Not for a second. It'll glitch. You will glitch. You'll go into psychosis and mental insanity. I'm calling it out right now. Those that choose to continue the destiny swap programs and cloning programs, each and every one of you will go through your own mental psychosis. I'm calling it out as a prediction. I'm not doing magic on you. I'm calling it out. Because you're not getting it. You're not connecting the dots. You're not allowing yourself to be fully you. You're not following your divine soul point. You're not listening to your higher self. You're not listening to your God within. And that's fine. That's your choice. You shouldn't be on this channel then. And if you are on this channel, you're only coming on this channel to bully and put whatever comments you want down there to try and throw me off, or you're doing black magic as I speak. So go do whatever you're going to do. You're just still gaining dark magic. You're still gaining your dark energy. You're still gaining it's all being sent back to you. I'm protected. So you're just gaining more karma. Okay, so that's your legacy. That's your gift. Okay. What you put out is what you get back. Okay, the next vibrational lesson. Okay, we're now talked modem. We've been over the modem thing. You can't destiny swap. All the dark occult practices, you're going to be in entropy or extinction unless you want to alter course. You want to be on eternal life, yes or no? There's some people that say not sure. Thank you for being honest. Now you're starting to face yourself. So celebrate. Great job. Way to go. At least you're speaking about your truth. That's clearing your throat chakra. Tomorrow you can be not sure. You don't know. You don't understand what God is to you now. Fine, then take the time and sort it out. Take your time and breathe. Say, thank you, God. I was in a different place than I was yesterday. Yesterday, I always thought that God was in this Lutheran church I go to, and it's taught in a certain way, and I have to practice in certain ways. This is what my God used to look like. I'm teaching you that God is so fucking miraculous. You can't even put it into words. You can't even put what God is into words, people. This is my excitement. I have the vibration that carries my excitement. This is me. When you wake up one day and say, wow, I feel differently, that's God. Nobody can explain it. Nobody can explain the omnipresent intelligence. That's God working for you. Your skin feels different. Your body feels different. Your breath feels different. You're thinking in different ways. That's God. God is working through you. And even if you say, I'm not sure, that's a window that was not there yesterday. That's a crack in the door that wasn't there yesterday. Thank God. You're awakening. Celebrate that. Celebrate that small step. That's how powerful being honest is. And that honesty, just what? That honesty just cleared your field. That's what's so important about truth. Truth is profound. It will take you on your destiny. It will show you who you are. Because you're not going to be okay with not being truthful again. When you say something like, I'm not sure, you have stood purely in your spiritual truth. Thank God you said that. I heard you. I heard you in the field. Somebody said, I'm not sure. Good for you. I celebrate you. Namaste. I celebrate you. That's profound. That sends a ripple through creation right there. Because you were honest. You gave yourself that honesty that no church would have given you and no church and state would have given you. You just had to do the work. You sat there, and through my liturgies today, and through my offering today, and through my vibration today, you were faced with a question. Perhaps God is something different. Perhaps I can open my mind. Perhaps God is a vibration. Perhaps God is this. Perhaps God might be this. Perhaps mother and father are this. Perhaps the creator is this. And then you said the magic word, I'm not sure. And some of you said yes. And some of you didn't answer. It's all perfect for where you're at. But my passion and my destiny and in my DNA, and all that I am is a hybrid, and all that I am is a crystal, and all that I am is a high functioning, and all that I am is a person that was bought and sold a whole bunch of times and trafficked, and a person that was raped, and a person that was molested, and a person that was sold out by her ex and by the Covenant cult in Calgary when they thought they wanted to own and claim me and harvest me, but throw me to hell because they thought that I was just the stupidest, dumbest person that didn't have a reason to live. And they bullied me and they teased me and they threw me away, all of them. But they were so getting their kicks and giggles when they were making money off of me. Shadow government and everybody involved, the 45 to 150, you all thought that my life was so useless. And I'm telling you right now, because one person on the line said, I'm not sure, I'm the happiest teacher on earth. Because that's God. They realized for that split second that God was something different than they were taught, told, or shown. And they were truthful in their spiritual body, and nobody can take that away from that person that said, I'm not sure. That is what it feels like to be with God. And every day is that marriage. And God will take you on step by step by step by step. And some days you're going to be on the floor saying, God, why are you doing this to me? I don't get what's happening. And God will say, just trust. And you're just going to have to get up and just trust. And you're going to have to get up and just be okay with people bullying you. Be okay with people leaving you. Be okay with letting people go and having them not sit at your table. Nobody can take away from whoever said, I'm not sure on the line. Nobody can take away from that person the work that they have just done. There was a shift in their dodecahedron. There was a shift in their chemistry. There was a shift in their DNA. This is why Source shows me I'm important on this planet. That's being a conduit. I saw in the field they had changed their body chemistry, their intelligence, their physiology, their biochemical, their spirit to their mind, to their body, to their heart, to their soul. Something had changed. Something was altered. And nobody can take it away from that person. And that's what makes this journey so incredible. Because nobody, they stand before you and they can try and copy you and they can try to defame you and they can try and bully you. And you can say, no, I had that moment. I was taught my whole life, and I went to Lutheran, I went to Baptist, I went to the Christian church, I went to every church because that's what my parents wanted me. They wanted me to try all different religions. I went to a whole bunch of different churches. I've been there. And I stood and I asked the important questions, and everybody gave me half-assed answers. And every time I say something online, and every time I speak my truth, and every time I say open up my platform, and every time I say why am I being silenced, I'm a spiritual guide for this planet, and I'm the best one that's ever been here. Because I activate people that could have never been activated before. That's my vibration. I change things. I change creation in that activation. But you know what? It took that person to want to as well. We changed creation just that second. That's called the power of Source. That's the omnipresent working together. That's Source working with Source. That's the quantum connection. That's what I'm trying to show you people. It's the interaction with each other and why I have to be out there, why I have to be with the people, why my platforms have to open up. Because now your mind has just gone, wow, now what? That's just the beginning. That's just the tip of the iceberg. Just wait for 3 months from now. You're going to be an entirely different person, and your chemistry is going to change, and you're going to bring more light into your chakras, and you're going to be sleeping better. You're going to be a healed person. You're going to be having better relationships. You're going to be loving yourself. You're going to be manifesting. You're going to be just be calling all these beautiful things in. It's okay not to be sure. It's the best fucking answer I've heard all day. I'm not sure. Oh my God. I saw the click. I saw the quantum click. I saw the quantum light. The same thing that happened to that client I had when the Plutonians came to me the next day. That's profound. That's God. Because God said, it's time for you to awaken. I've got you. That's God. That's why I do what I do. Thank you, Holy Spirit. So everybody sit with a straight back. I'm so passionate about all that Source is. I'm so passionate about what the collective has been sitting in with misguidance and misinformation. And there's no judgment in it at all, people. There's no judgment. I had timelines where I was the dark occult. I was everything the dark occult. I've had dark timelines. I've been there. I've done that. And I'm telling you, please don't waste any more time. Don't waste any more time trying to be other people. Don't waste any more time with your black spells and with your conjuring and your root work and all of those things that are just getting you more dark karma. Please stop the binding. Please stop the root work. Please stop the black magic. It will get you nowhere but jail and dark karma and sickness and ill health and entities and attachments and sickness and karmic partners. And it's okay if you want that path. It's okay. I won't judge you for it. But I will stand up and I will stand for myself and I will say enough is enough. Stop pocket watching me. You will not steal or take from me. You will not thieve me anymore. And you will not take any of my chakras from me. And you will not take my destiny. And I will always speak my truth in my divine Messiah, divine feminine, Holy Spirit. Because I am that I am. I've claimed it 1 billion times over. It is my destiny. I am my destiny. And I reclaim my power. I reclaim my light. So open up your pillar of light. And your pillar of light runs along your spine. And just in your toroidal, call light in. Call light in and just visualize your body that's getting light. Visualize your body and your cells being bathed with Christed crystalline light. Golden crystalline transparent light is being bathed. Cleanse all of your chakras from top to bottom. It can be a gold crystalline light bathing your top chakras and the next. And your chakras are open. Your chakras are accepting the light. And state out loud with your own voice, I accept light into my life. I accept new ideologies. I accept new potentials. I accept new information into my chakras. I accept new light into my chakras. I accept new relationship with my chakras. I accept all that I am. I accept my destiny and my DNA. I accept everything that I've ever been. I make peace with it. And there might be something different for me that I never even thought of. Because that's Source. Source loves you. You're a divine child of Source. And I pray for all of you that you just go within and love yourself a few minutes every day as your sister in the collective. I'm sending you divine sacred light. I'm sending you divine sacred light and crystalline light for your heart and for your chakras. And even if the most profound thing that you say is that you're not sure, you're going to think about it and you're going to reflect on it and you're going to observe and you're going to do some journaling and you're actually going to start your relationship with you. Because it's you. God's not as something outside of you. God is you. It's your highest version of you. It's the highest version that will take you through anything and say, we can do this. That's God, people. God never leaves you, ever. And God gave you the strength to say in that moment, and if this classroom was full and everybody heard you and your voice was out loud and you still said it, still speak it, people. Doesn't matter who looks at you weird and who ostracizes you. Speak your authentic truth. That's why God will lift you. That's why God has lifted me. Because it doesn't matter how many people are against you. You'll stand and you'll be exactly who you are. Stop hiding. Bring your relationships out to the forefront, people. Stop hiding your relationships in the closet. You're not doing your soul any good or the other soul any good. Bring all of your relationships out to the forefront. Own who you are. And heal. Be the light of all that you are. I'm seeing somebody that is an Indian from India, Pakistan. That's your home country. And you have really short, dark, curly hair. And your eyes are closed. And you kind of have a triangle nose. It's really, really curly. You have super, super curly black hair. And it's short. This is a gender, sexual gender. Own who you are. Own who you are. Bring all that you are out of the closet. And it doesn't have anything to do, it can or cannot have anything to do with sexuality. It doesn't matter. What matters is that you're going to stop hiding. Stop hiding who you are. Stop putting parts of you in the closet. So you're saying because there's family ramifications, then let them deal with their ramifications, not yours. And if you have to let them go for a little while they do their healing, then go. It's their ramifications, not yours. Don't take their ramifications on. Be you. It's hard. Of course it's hard. You're meant to be who you are. You've been hiding who you are. God's giving you permission. Be who you are. Stand up. Show your family that you're going to be the trendsetter. You're going to be the one breaking your lineage curses. The ramifications are not your ramifications. It's theirs. You're merely standing in your power and in your soul's blueprint, and you're going to activate DNA. And you're going to be very happy in your heart and say, nobody can take that moment away from you. This is what awakening is all about. That's so profound, and what I write in all my 3 books. It is the most profound experience of you becoming godly, where you can stand on stage and nobody can shake you. No, I did that. Nobody can take that from me. I chose on my own. I chose with Mother, Father, God. I chose my new path. I chose my new lover. I chose to be healed. I chose to let go of that addiction. I chose that. That's my choice. God says the universe will converge on your behalf. That is when the universe converges with you, dear lighted ones. That's when you walk on water. Does that make sense? You have such a loving heart, but you've been hiding it in the closet, that you've been fitting yourself within because of your family's ideologies. Let them deal with their ramifications for you being you. Come out from your hiding. You are a starseed, so be it. Somebody is also here named Denise. You have a special message from your ancestors. They'd like to start working with you if you are ready. Quantum theory is waiting for you. Somebody here is named with a last name or a first name, Ramil. I'm seeing Ramil. And it's a very long last name or a very long first name. I only have a few more minutes left. Watch the temptations. They're only there to see if you're truly set in who you are, in moving into a new direction. You'll always be set with temptations when you're heading into a new direction, so expect it. Expect the devil to show up. Hi, I expected you. You're a little bit late. Welcome. And what would you like to say to me? What was your temptation? Ooh, I want to lure you back in to be harvested. Come back to our cult or coven. I'd like to give you some more chocolate cookies and some more this or that. And we can watch porn and we can do this and we can do that. And you can do whatever you want. You cannot go on your spiritual path and you cannot speak out to people and you cannot bring people information and you cannot wake them up. Just come and be with us for a little while. You can be like us. No, thank you. But thank you for your offer. You're God too. Move on your way. Thank you. Namaste. The temptations don't mean any for and nobody can take it from you. And then the devils just stop leaving you alone after a while because they get it. And the pocket walkers can just go and move on to somebody else to steal from. Because you're standing in your power, you're claiming it. Nobody can take it away from you. You're not going to be in a mind-bending program. You're not going to be in one of the shadow government's programs. No, because you're claiming who you are. You're not going to be somebody else's patsy. You're going to stand in who you are and say, this, I must explore this. If it's a gender thing, I must explore it. It's just who I am right now. Can you be okay with that? I'm going through an awakening. I'm going to go through a dark night of the soul. Can you be okay with that? Can you be there for me? Can you be there for me when I need someone to hug and hold me and say that I'm still loved and I'm still okay? Get those people to be with you in your dark nights of the soul where they're going to love you unconditionally because it's an awfully lonely ride. So find soul partners to work with on your awakening path. Because you do need that soft and gentle time for those to tell you, I will always be here. I got up 100 million times. And I'm just going to keep telling you, just keep getting up and keep going. Because it does get easier. And you will feel God and see God and sense God and talk with God and all these beautiful things that are godly. And you'll feel it every day. Thank you, Holy Spirit. And so I wanted to say one quick thing about my healing sessions, because it does change your body chemistry and you're activating different parts of your DNA. I was so happy I found all my illustrations. And we got like little chakra images that we can use now. I'm so very passionate about all of this. And so I've been working with my teams for my healing systems, and I've been working with them on sculpting. So I'm going to have a couple of videos that are just going to be about sculpting because I love sculpting my body. And because of all of the changes and because of the no money and no food and all that kind of stuff, I had my body's gone through so much the last 5 years of being homeless. And so when I was working out this morning, I was in the shower, and I was
cleaning my body and stuff, and I was putting my hand on the back part of my bum, I was just, feeling my body and just like, oh, my body's changing, right? Because I've got all these changes in my body, and I've got my those for all the women online that like their bodies, full and curvy and stuff. I've got my bum back, so I was really excited because I had lost it there for a while. It was all those changes that my body went through. My body was just like freaking out what was going on. And so I've been working really, really hard with the sculpting, and I've been doing certain exercises, and I've been playing basketball and just doing different weight things, really working with my teams at night about sculpting. And so I've been seeing changes, and I just saw this morning, because I don't normally love on my body that much, but this morning I was like, oh my gosh, there's my bum's back. So I was really happy about that. So it does work. So work with your teams on the sculpting. It really does work, and it works on healing different things if you even have a rip or a tear, or muscles and things that aren't working. So thank you, dear lighted ones, and anybody that would like a session with me, a soul blueprint session, a healing session, an activation, anything that you would like to work with, collaborations, anybody that's in the collective. I am very passionate about what I am here to do. I am here in my destiny. I'm absolutely here for humanity. I'm absolutely here to help all world leaders. I'm absolutely here to help whoever needs to be helped with their purity of heart. And so I just want to state that. I know that the intentions have been all malicious for a very long time, because people have been gaining so much from me. And now that Source is cutting you all off, you are now being offered a new part of me, and that is to have me as somebody that you can collaborate with, and somebody that will help guide you and assist you in any way that is necessary for the highest and benevolence of all creation of the Divine Father's plan. The Divine Father will connect me with you if these are the cases. And if these are not the cases, and if you're just looking to study, to take, to, put me in a little cage and do more studying and all of these things for your selfish agendas and benefits, you will not get through to me, and those will move off to the side. Okay, and so we won't be working together in those cases. And if you're looking to pocket watch and to harvest off of me and to make money off of me and to do fake shows off of me and all that has been done, everything's shut down, timelines are shut down, everything's being closed off, every cord is being cut, nobody is harvesting from me anymore. There's no selling of me in the black web, and everybody will get immediate karma. So all of those things are now being said. It was said a long time ago, but now everybody knows, because they're going through very harsh karma, and they're going through the return, their health and their healing and their abundance. Everything is being blocked. Anybody that does any of these things to me. I am here for the highest benevolence of the Divine Father's plan. Anybody in the collective that would like to work with me, you are now being offered a new opportunity, and for Source Creator, the Mother and the Father, and the Galactic Federations and the Systems of Light to see where you are now at in your awakening. Are you willing to come forward with new building bridges agendas and to be equal sharing, and you will be paying me, and there will be creative contracts that will be drawn up. I will not work for you, but we can be creative consultants, and my intellectual property belongs to me, and you will have to book a session in PayPal for that. If you want to come and speak with me in person, you need 2 people, and I will record every session. And I will be paid for it. I'm no longer going to be used. I'm no longer going to be abused. I'm not going to be studied. You're not going to legally take from me in any way. You must advise me, and you must get my signatures. And this is why I get so passionate. And this is why my voice does reach up, because I'm standing in my emperor status. I'm standing in my divine godly status. God asked that of me. God would not allow me to be a world leader if I did not stand in my power and say, enough is enough. The children and the people need guidance. They are being lost, and there are being lives taken every day that are unnecessary. Light wisdoms need to be taught on the planet. And the churches can remain churches if they are in goodwill. If they are on faulty ground and doing nefarious things in their basements, and they are touching on children and running trafficking rings and satanic rings, they will be shut down and they will fall. And that's just the quantum mechanics of that mathematics. And we've said that before. These are just truths of light. That's all we're doing, is we're offering it to you. So you're now being offered a new opportunity to collaborate with me, and Source Creator and your teams and your guides will see where you are at. And if your heart is in pure standing, that is the only way you will work with me, is if it is a pure heart standing. Everybody from Calgary and the shadow governments that have been taking from me and stealing from me and withholding from me, you all know what you have done, and there will be no let up on your karma until I get what I've asked for. There will be no bending on this. And I will press charges
They were horrible federal crimes, inhumane, cruel and unusual, absolutely abhorrent on every human rights level and the constitutional rights. And there's rock solid evidence. Everyone knows what they've done. I'm not going to take your fake money. I'm not going to be bait. I'm not going to be bait back into a thing. I'm not going to be, you're not going to come and get me and then scam me again. This has to be done by the book. As I told you last video, it has to be by the book. If it's not by the book, Source will pluck you as fast as you can say boo. And that will be however Source plucks you, whether it's your finances, whether it's your health, whether it's your family, whether it's your house, whatever it is, because that's karma. And everybody's been told about 1 billion times, and it didn't have to be 1 billion times. And then again, I say, my life has been wasted 1 billion times because I've been saying the same thing. I came forward as the same authentic, genuine teacher. And I still have received absolutely nothing from nobody except my 2 clients that will sit at my table, and they will be protected. Thank you, Archangel Michael. Anybody that would like a session with me? I'm busy still working on my 4th and my 5th book. My 3 books are online. I'm going to be getting, as soon as I get my resources and all of my finances sorted out, because they're a mess, so I need help rebuilding that. That would be great if I had donations. And the retribution pay that people owe me, they know what they owe me, and that's called retribution pay. If you want to talk to Source Creator and your guides and teams about that, I'd like to have retribution pay on this person that I've heard. How can I do it? And Source will start setting you up with what to do. There are a few people that are meant to come towards me for retribution and returning a few apologies, and you must come correct. So come forward. There's nothing to be afraid about. I do have to stand in my power because I am a world leader. I am a world teacher, and Source does require me to stand in my power. I have to show this. And I am very passionate about what I'm teaching. I'm praying that many people stop doing the dark occult and hurting people and sacrificing. It is murder, and it will be called. And destiny swaps will only get you immediate dark karma. You will not be allowed to do it. And so, dear lighted ones, we're saying thank you for a beautiful day. Thank you for a beautiful day. I hope they all have a beautiful, wonderful day. And namaste to all of you. I'm hoping that you all had a great weekend. And go into your relationship with Source. Pray and ground. Grounding is so important when the energies are high. I love you so much, dear lighted ones. My PayPal and my session information is paypal.me/Joanna L. Ross. So you can book any sessions or information sessions there, or donations would be really great. And we thank you so much. Go back and listen to the video a couple times, make notes, and then go within and do your own inner work. Do your inner work, do your inner work, do your inner work, and nobody can take that away from you when you do your inner work with Source. Okay, Source, Mother, Father, love you. Bye.